So the attorneys are already making some statements right now, some introductions. The judge is on the bench as well. That's Scott McAfee, who I will remind you is up for re-election in Georgia in 4 months' time. Newt Gingrich joins us now. Newt, listen, you used to live in Marietta, Georgia, representing Cobb County, just north of Fulton County. What did you think of Fani Willis and her presentation yesterday and what the judge allowed to happen and not happen?
You know, there's an old saying that a lawyer who represents themselves has a fool for a client. She should never have taken the seat like that. And if she was going to be up there, she should have been relatively meek, relatively compliant. Remember, this is not a jury trial. This is all about that judge. And I don't think she earned any points by being as aggressive and as angry. Calista and I were listening at one point yesterday afternoon on the way home, and the level of her anger just came through with extraordinary clarity. So we'll see what happens today. You know, this is also, though, a reminder that the people who have taken on Trump, whether it's the New York prosecutors or Washington or Atlanta, they're all basically not very competent people, because a really responsible, competent district attorney wouldn't take these cases. So you end up with strange people doing strange things, but using the power of the law to have an impact much greater than their personality.
They're getting underway. They're in court right now, and they're just like doing some housekeeping things. I want to play for you some of the media basically melting down over Willis's testimony yesterday as they started to realize what was happening. Watch here.
This is epic. This is monumental. It's a huge deal. I can't overstate it.
It was obviously a tough day for Fani Willis. She came in a little bit hot and emotional.
The only person who really benefited here was Donald Trump and the other defendants.
What's mind-blowing is that these searing, probing questions into the personal life of Trump's prosecutor could possibly sink that case.
If he, in fact, disqualifies her from this case, Lester, then her entire office is removed from the case.
And Newt, you don't usually see that kind of unanimity, but you had it yesterday.
You know, you have to recognize that with all of his challenges, Donald Trump also has a certain amount of luck. And having Fani Willis as an alternative probably cinches South Carolina. He was going to win anyway. But this has got to make it, this is an absurdity. You watch this person and you think, she really was going to take on the former president of the United States and a whole bunch of people under a RICO claim that almost everybody agrees is absurd. And now we discover not only that look, all humans are flawed, but in her case, I think it's also fair to say that she has probably violated the law herself by signing documents. As she herself admitted yesterday, she didn't realize that if you hired somebody under a contract that they were an employee. I mean, how could you have gotten through your first year of law school and not understood that when you hire somebody, even if it's by contract, they're an employee? It's this kind of stuff where people are going to look and say, this is the person who is going to try to destroy Donald Trump. It just highlights how desperate the left is.